I've been recently inspired by some creators on Instagram who wear those Meta Ray Bans so you can see their POV. They're walking the streets and they'll see someone with shoes that they like. And they'll go up to a guy and say, "Hey man, like your shoes. Have a good day, chief." And I thought instantly, I want to do that. Like, that is just an untapped power. Not only because you're brightening someone's day and doing something that a lot of people don't do, like, talking to strangers. It is kind of a cultural thing, but it's becoming less and less because people are just so focused, they're in their own world, or people are just afraid to talk to other people. They have social anxiety. And I thought to myself, if I can make people's day brighter, maybe make some new friends, that would be sensational. And all because I complimented someone or just started a conversation, broke the ice. So I started doing that. I was in the gym and I complimented a guy on his shirt. It had like a broccoli, like a monster broccoli on it or something. And he was on one of the machines in the gym. I just said, "I like your shirt, man." He took his earphone. He's like, "Sorry, mate." I said, "Oh, I like your shirt." He's like, "Oh, thanks." I said, "Enjoy your workout." And then walked off. And I could have had a conversation with him, but I think there's just something so nice about like being a passing ship in the night and just spreading this bit of joy to an individual and then going on your way. Like, you want nothing in return from them. You just wanted to tell them that you like their shirt. And it was interesting because before that conversation, I had a guy, spot me. I was doing shoulder press with some dumbbells, and you could see that I was struggling on the last rep, so he decided to spot me. I had a nice conversation with him. And it was so weird because I was in this sort of social flow state. Like, I felt I could just go up to anyone and just say whatever I wanted to say. And I stood next to this guy who was on like a tricep cable. I said, "Are you using this cable?" And he said, "Oh, no, that's fine." And then he looked at me and said, "Do I know you from somewhere? I think I knew you from college when you used to go to the college gym." And I was like, "Oh, that's, yeah." He said, "Oh, yeah, I went there as well." And it was so weird because, like, call it what you will, supernatural, God, the universe, whatever. But I truly believe that had I not gotten into that social flow state, had I not had that conversation with that guy, had I not complimented that guy's shirt, I don't think that weird coincidence would have happened. Again, it could be just me, overanalyzing it, but like, isn't it such a weird coincidence that I was in this social flow state that I decided to talk to so many people, compliment people, and then this guy said he recognized me, and I met him, and then he introduced me to his friend, and it was like, two guys that I'm now cool with in the gym that I was talking to the other day. I think it was the day before as well. I was just trying to upgrade my social skills. I was in McDonald's and I asked this lady to watch my bags for me. Went to get some ketchup. As I was walking down the stairs, this guy had a nice checkered shirt. So I said, "Oh, I like the shirt, man." And he's like, "Oh, thank you, mate." And it's just like people being pleasantly surprised by it. People are just so receptive to it. Of course, now and again you'll get it where like people won't hear you, and they'll just, because a lot of people are, they just have that tunnel vision. They're like horses with blinkers on them. They just can't see the world around them because they're so focused on going somewhere. They have earphones in. They're trying to block out the world. But if you just be a little bit of light in their blocked out world, that can make such a matter of difference. You can make their day. And then when I'd finished eating in McDonald's, there was this couple that was sat on the table. I was kind of nervous. I wanted to compliment the lady's pink jacket, but I was kind of nervous to just do that directly because they were speaking. I didn't want to interrupt their conversation. So I did the original play again. I was like, "Oh, can you guys watch my stuff while I go to the toilet?" I went to the toilet. Oh, I said, "Thank you for watching my stuff." And then I was like, "Right, do it." I said, "Oh, I like your pink jacket, by the way." And she's like, "Oh, yes, I just have a bunch of the same old clothes and stuff. There's no point in having a bunch of things." And she told me this delightful thing. And I was like, "Oh, you guys have a nice day then." And it's just things like that. Just Adding a little bit of flavour to your social interactions can make a world of difference to your mental health, to your relationships. It's just that simple. Like, next time you're in the gym, next time you're out at somewhere, I know you might think, oh, that's a bit cringe. Oh, why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. If you genuinely don't want to do it, then that's fine, you know. But if you have the thought, if you see someone in the gym and you like their style, you like their shoes, you're impressed by how much weight they're pushing, why not tell them? Why not share that lovely bit of information with that person and compliment them? Why censor yourself? Why look away when they look at you, when you're just stood there contemplating whether or not you should go up to them? Why not make eye contact, smile, and then go about the rest of your day knowing that you've been able to do what many people can't, what many people are afraid to do. And so, like I said, some people are just oblivious to it. They don't want to do it. They want to do their own thing and just get on with their day, and that's fine. But if you're wanting to become more social and get into a social flow state, complimenting strangers is great. And I know there's like this idea of, oh, isn't it kind of like cold approaching women? I guess so. Like, cold approaching is just very good. You know, going up to a girl that you're attracted to and telling her that I think you're nice looking, complimenting her, and starting a conversation from there. But it's also great platonically. Even with girls, even if you just see a girl and you just compliment her, say, I like your style, have a nice platonic conversation, no strings attached, and then be on your way. You know, complimenting a guy in the gym for his shoes, his form, all of these different things. It's just so, like, it's so rewarding. And it's interesting because guys don't get compliments, you know. Like, girls seem to get complimented all the time, but a guy, he rarely gets genuinely complimented. And I want to be that guy who just makes that guy's day, who gives him a compliment, who tells him he likes his shirt, who tells him that he likes that cool flower tattoo that's on his arm. I want to be that guy that brightens people's day. And I encourage you to do it because it really is like overpowered. I've only just started doing it, a couple of days ago, but when I saw the videos on Instagram of the guys just like saying what they want to say to people, the amount of like great interactions that they have, the positive energy, just how wonderful life seems, how much more colourful life seems when you uncensor yourself, speak freely, and play life like a video game, because that's all it is, right? When I'm in Red Dead Redemption, as you're seeing now, I can just hold a button, say good morning to someone, be on the way. Like, why can't we do that in real life? Who's going to get mad at you for complimenting them? We're so afraid of the worst case scenario. Men are afraid to speak to women. We're afraid to speak to people in general because we're going to think, oh, what if this person thinks I'm weird or whatever it is. You would want someone to do that to you. Imagine how happy you would be if someone came up and say, oh, bro, I like your hair, by the way. Oh, I like your hoodie. I like your style. Oh, keep up the good work, man. How great that would be. So why don't you be that guy for other people? And maybe the universe, the Lord himself, will reward you for your endeavors. This energy being brought towards you because you're being a light in this world and how this world needs it right now. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. All that jazz. You like jazz? I'll see you in the next one. God bless. And as always, you take a very good care of yourself.